before introducing the second guest we have tonight, it's Hugh, I would just a little bit explain. I'm not like them. I'm a photographer, and I enjoy to do farming and gardening with a group of people. Sunny is here. If you remember the green team, we were. No, it's fine. Yes, it's fine. We were putting attention on Mother Earth, and we start something in a way that sometimes we have to start. And we start doing gardening here, and we start doing gardening as per our understanding, which was, okay, let's put Shimada's photo there, let's vibrate. We were vibrating our stuff, our seeds and our plants with a spray like this. And we thought it was working. Actually, it was kind of working, but not very successfully. But we went on, and we tried again. And the only point is that we did it here for many years. And at the end, I was quite struggling because I live in Cabela, so we are producing a garden for the children of the school. That's why you need to do something here. But this year, I was really struggling. I was not able to follow up anymore with this project because I hope that there is some young boy here or girl, but no young people are interested in agriculture or farming or doing something with Mother Earth. Yes. And I was alone. And also I was quite frustrated myself and quite, okay, I say, Shimadaji, please, I give up. I can't follow anymore. Someone else will come and will follow up. I'm not able anymore. I want to give up. If you don't send me any help, I will give up. And the next day, this man came. Say, are you Mr. Ezzo? Yes. I'm Hugh. I believe it's the famous Hugh that has been trained by Shimadaji 10 years ago to go to Pakistan, and she taught him exactly what Uncle was saying, how to work with vibrator water on seeds, what happened to the seeds. He stayed there 1 year. And we in the green team, we were looking for him since 10 years. How long you are not thinking about it? 10 years maybe? So, and he came just when I was giving up. So, I'm now very happy to give the word to him. He is very knowledgeable. Both are very knowledgeable. We are just simple, beginners, but humbly try to do what they have already experimented. But what I want to say, never give up. Because when you feel that it's too much, you ask the help of Shimadaji, and she will help you, and she will send you the right person that is needed. What is happening here, just to conclude this few words, is that we are networking these people, and there are other people around the world, and we hope that here in Cabela we can implement some kind of... here Shimadaji wanted to do the World Center, and the reason why you all are here from so many different countries is because here we networking, and we spread in all our country whatever we see here, in puja, in meditation, and also in these things. And what he said already, and what he is going to say, really is healing the planet. We are the hope. Shimadaji gave us the way to save the planet. She saved ourselves, we can save other people, and together we can save the planet. This is not something little, this is very big. And only we can do it. We can't expect Monsanto or Bayer or these people save the planet. We need to save this planet which is suffering, as Uncle said. And we have everything because Shimadaji gave us everything. She trained directly, personally people. And now is the moment to put it in place. And here is the place. I pass the word to Uncle Luke.
Thanks for that answer. We're all learning. We need to stop. I don't think there's anybody. So we've got to just keep going and keep learning because it's a growing process. We're dealing with nature. Everything's different. Things will change. And what happened to me was one day I was just at home and the telephone rang, and I picked it up and it was Shimoji. And this is, and I was in New Zealand, you know, way down under. And she said, are you coming to Protestant? And I didn't know anything about it. And I said, I'm working, Mother. And she said, so you're not coming to Protestant? I said, no, I'm coming. So that's how it really, but what had happened previous to that was that Shimoji had been in New Zealand and Australia, and I have always been interested in gardening and growing seeds and things, and so I showed her the seeds that we vibrated and that were done with vibrated water and things, and so from that she said she wanted to, Shimoji said to go to Hong Kong because I was doing seed production for companies outside Sahaja, and get some contracts and then come to Protestant. And so we got on a plane and we went to Hong Kong, and we saw that because this is pre-China days, this is when Hong Kong was, the brokers in Hong Kong controlled all the inflow and outflow in China. And they knew me, and so they said, I'll give you a contract, but we've never had any seed out of India. Because they said that what happens is that they send the seed there and it never comes back. So we got 2 contracts, and Alex looked after us while we were there, and we had some really nice programs and things. And then we went to India, and it wasn't straightforward. We basically came into Pune, and Shimoji wasn't there. She was coming, and Yogi Mahajan was looking after us, and he took me up and said, oh, you've got sherry, and I'd been to sherry on India tours and things, and so we just started working away at the land, and Shimoji came, and she said she was very definite about how to put the water on. She wanted to get as much water as she could down to the roots of the plant. So she said it's really important. So when I came to Ezio here in Cabela, I said to him, you've got to get the roots, the water down to the roots, and he was spraying his can there, and so I went down to, I grabbed a container, a 25-litre container, and lugged it down to the river, and then lugged it back again, and got the photo of Shimoji out of the little box, and Ezio was holding it, and we were pouring the water over the photo, and it was going over all the plants, and he just...
like a puja.
Yeah, it was like a puja. He said, I didn't realise that we had to put so much water on. So obviously this is a really important aspect, because Shimoji labelled it with me a number of times, and it's also about having water going on through the irrigation system. If it's going to be dry, that's vibrated as well. It's not just doing it once and everything is okay. You've got to keep putting it on if you can, and that all you need to do is put a pendant, a glass pendant in the pipe. You can put a filter, and the pendant will sit in the filter, and then all the water going through the pipe will be vibrated. And that's what's down in the garden. So you're welcome to go down to the garden and have a look at what we're doing. We had quite a few people down there the other day, people from Kalajahari and different places, and again, it was this, people didn't realise how you had to set up the beds so they really got the vibrated water into the roots of the plants with drip irrigation or a similar thing. The thing that in India was that we were working out of Protestant, and I went through the monsoons, and I went through the pipes not being fixed and irrigation. So when we turned the irrigation on, all the water came out of the ground, and we had fountains everywhere. So there was all these dramas, and then even to get the tractor diesel, you had to get on the truck with a 44-gallon drum and go into Penny, fill it up and come back, get it off the bus and get it onto the ground and get it into the tractor. So it was a workout. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. I had great people to work with Indians, and Shima was the guy that Shimadachi said to work with me, and we just did what we did a lot of work with trying to get a photo set up on the pump because it was in a river and things, and we sort of got to the stage where we were struggling, and I said, oh, we'll just put it in a plastic cover and stick it in there. And so anyway, we got back to Prashan, and Mother was there, and Shama said, oh, we'll put it in a plastic cover and put it in the pump. And she goes, it'll never work. and she said, because it's a man-made product, plastic, and she said it's not natural and it won't work. And so you think you're doing the right thing, but Shimadachi through her lessons shows you how to do it. And so that's where we came up with the glass pendant. So we're really conscious a little bit about not having plastic colours and things on the pendants, and having plastic anywhere near the water, or the photos of Shimadachi, which everybody probably knows, but I didn't have time. So we also, grew these seed crops, so we were there for a full year. I really think the whole experience was to work out things I had on board, and on the way I did some work with seed and water. But I've just kept it going ever since. Like my background's in horticulture, and I've been involved with it for over 40 years. So we've found over the years that by growing a crop and then harvesting the seed, and then taking that seed and planting it and growing it again with vibrated water, and do that over a number of generations, that you can increase the vibrations of the crop, of the seed that you've got. And it's really important not to get caught up in the seed thing. You've got to, Shimadachi again really laboured it with us about using only open pollinated seed. So heritage seed, these types of things, not hybrids, not GMOs or anything like that. Like, they're all no-go zones as far as the vibrated water goes, because if you look at it, like, we're all totally different, and so we survive, but we all do it in different ways in our bodies. Like, we're all genetically different, and it's the same in the seed. Like, you've got hundreds of different genotypes in the open pollinated seed. And so she really wanted us to use open pollinated seed. And if you use open pollinated seed and then grow it over a number of years, just keep growing the seed, the seed will get stronger and stronger, and the yields and the size of the plant and things like that really increase. And it's not about, I don't think it's about production, I think it's about us. It's about us as individuals and collectively, because you can do all this by yourself, but it's never as good as when you're doing it with other people. And if you're doing it with other people in a collective manner, and the outcomes for children to have vibrated food, I mean, that's to me really what we want to achieve. And we can also start seed banks in Northern Hemisphere countries and in Southern Hemisphere countries, so that we can swap seeds, so we can get two seed productions in 1 year. So these are visions that I think we're all on board with, and it's really about trying to implement them, because everything takes time and everything's got to be worked in it. But the desire's there. I think that we we really need to be focusing a lot more on this because we've got the best thing in town. There's nobody close to it, and it is, as you say, the planet needs vibrations and it needs saving. And it's not about us saving, it's about us saving ourselves, but also it's about what we are vibrationally that's so important. And when I say that, I mean like that we have to have the respect. So there's a talk by Shimoji on this, like about the fragrance of flowers and the fragrance of the earth, and how we should actually look at the earth and to give you a synopsis, it's Shimoji's talking about when she comes to Kabbalah, she thinks about how she can make it look more beautiful. What does it need to make it look, make the land look more beautiful, and to help and increase the aesthetics of the area, and what needs to be changed. And she said you need to look at the earth like that. You need to look at it as from that aesthetic point of view. We're great with bulldozers and concrete and putting up towers and things like that, but we're not great at actually implementing the beauty of the land and enhancing the beauty of that land. And that's number one. Number two is that we all need to be collective, and this is why we really want to get this off the ground internationally, because there's people in China who've got a farm in Guangzhou. They're doing a garden in a area that's for the public. So there's a public garden done on Sahaja principles, vibrated water. And there's obviously here in Kabbalah we're doing the vegetable garden, and we're going tonight to talk to some farmers about it, what we're doing. There's a farm in Belgium where they're doing, not quite, I don't know what they're doing exactly, but there's a farm in Belgium. and then there's also, there's Kalachahari, they've got a great, there's people there that are fired up to do, like that. England as well. And then Australia, we run sheep and grow fruit in Hiawatha, which is 180 acres in south of Melbourne, 3-hour drive for Puja, and it's a fantastic piece of land. And Shimoji chose these country properties in Australia when she was there. So she said, I understand that she said that we needed a country property in every state so that you could meditate, because you can't meditate fully in the city. And she said also that it's going to come to the stage where people will be coming out, you won't be able to cope with the number of people that are coming, they'll be coming out of the bush. So that's how we hope. But these country properties are a lot, they've sat in Kalachahari as well, they've sat there, and there's been a quiet sort of doing raised beds, gardens and things, but we really want to help them to get to the next stage so that we can get this more spread through Sahaja Yoga, because even in your own homes, we started in New Zealand just, in people's gardens. Like, we didn't have any land, we had an ashram in the middle of town. And so we just used to save the seed from the crops over time in the veggie beds, and people grew, everybody had pendants in their watering systems or their hoses, and you'll find the vibrations will come up. Yesterday I came to the roots thing here, and it was fantastic because again it's bhakti, it's helping us to do the worship of Shimoji in the right way and get down and do Namaste guards correctly, and not, as she said, you don't do your windscreen wipers. And so, I think these are the things that we need to be really taking on board, because if we've got the bhakti, then that will permeate out into the environment. And I've also went down in the morning because I'm always interested to see, what happens. And so this morning I got up early and went down to the veggie garden down here, and I tried out, and like I'd obviously done the course that they had here, and I did the course things that we learned down. I did the course things we learned down at the veggie garden, and I'm not joking, like the vibrations were 10 times stronger. And it was just amazing. I just fell over. And it's because our contact with nature, that's, the more we're in contact with nature, like even though we're in the hangar and everything else is a big concrete floor, we're not sitting on the ground, we're not sitting in nature. When you're sitting down there in the early morning in the sun and it's not hot and you're just meditating, the vibrations are just massive. And it's because we're putting vibrated water on every day on the plants, it's the vibrations that we're using. And so we really need to, in our own homes, I sort of feel this, and I've got nothing to back this up, but my gut feeling is that if we start putting vibrated water on our own homes, firstly we'll feel much more happier, and we'll also lift the vibrations of the county where we're living, and then perhaps people will come more to program. So, we've got to use the nature, like in the roots thing, they said you can control the weather, well, yes you can, but we can also make more vibrations by getting the water into the ground. And I used to go around and do all the churches and things. It's just, the birds run away, you've got to just use a little bit of this sometimes about how you apply things and things to really get benefits. And I mean, everybody has the ability, and we're here to help. And if you've got any ideas or anything that you want to suggest or you're not happy with or whatever, just tell us, because we'll fix it up and help you. And that's really what I feel the next step is from where we are now. Like Uncle Hamid, he's done all this work on identification of what's happening and things, and we also have people where I'd just be interested in your comments on this, where I understand that they did a test and they found that the bond angle between the hydrogen and the oxygen was 2 degrees difference. I'll let you talk about it.